Yo guys, what is up? Lucario Fan Nick 43 here, and as you can see, no one in part of the Dolphins, we have no injured Dolphins. And guys, this is another installment of the Dolphins franchise. Today is February 25th, 2012, 2/25/12. Alright. So we're playing against the Bills. A rivalry battle, and these two are the only guys. Demetrius Bell and David Nelson, who are on injured reserve. Week 11, we're going to play 2 games, and today I'm also going to talk to you about some other things. Well, first of all, I just recently finished watching the NFL scouting combine with the offensive linemen, kickers, tight ends. I actually tuned in a little late. I turned it on around 10 or 11, but watched it rest of the way. The offensive linemen and tight ends look pretty good. Now, I can't really give you my opinions on who and whatsoever. But, without further ado, let's go on with the game. The Bills say heads, and they win the toss, and they will receive. And we'll defend the right. Alright, so also tomorrow is when the quarterbacks, running backs, and wideouts hit the field for workouts. Are you guys looking forward to that? Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin III, Tony Richardson's not going to participate. And all those other guys, such as Justin Blackman and Carlos Dansby with the tackle, gain up 7 yards. If you guys watched it, you had noticed that Jeff Saturday paid a visit. The Cowboys the team owner of the Cowboys, and Fitzpatrick scrambles, and he gets pushed by a Dolphins defender, but he gets more than enough for the first down. Alright, 1st and 10 for the Bills. And it's Vontae Davis, I'm sorry. Vontae Davis tips the ball away. And they give it to Fred Jackson, and Jeremiah Bell is back, baby. It is great to have him back now, so I really appreciate Haruki Nakamura, and Haruki filling in for Bell. Nakamura did a tremendous job filling in for Jeremiah Bell. And Randall Cobb with room, but he gets taken down at the Dolphins zone 41. So I'm sorry, I need to take a look at who I started last time. Okay, we started Chad Henne last time, so Matt Moore is getting the start. And we're just going... Look at those run blocks. Reggie Bush gets 7 yards. That's a very good way to start off. Sorry, I was just doing something on my game. And we couldn't find a hole. So the announcer says we lose a yard, but alright, but anyway. First, it's 3rd and 3. Dennis Pitta with the 7-yard reception, and that's a first down. Alright, so we're going to try to go deep, but that was just, I guess, not throwing hard enough. And we cannot get it to Anthony Fasano. So, 2nd and 10, we're just going to try to go deep again, and that almost got picked off. Try to go to our playmaker, Devon Bess. That pass was jumped. I don't know. We're going to go deep again, and Devon Bess with the diving catch. Look at that. First, we did have pressure, but look at that. I'm going to zoom in. Let's turn around. Look at that. Right on the money. And he lands in the end zone. What a play by Devon Bess. And let's take a look at the hot streaks. Reggie Bush, Jake Long, right tackle Colombo, don't know his first name. They're on the hot streak. We have Bird and Wilson, both strong safeties on the cold streak. But what a play by Devon Bess. Oh my gosh. Now that is how that was just amazing. And I'm sorry, I was still checking on something with my game on my iPod Touch. Alright, so they take a knee. And it's 1st and 10. They gave it to Fred Jackson, and, well, Cameron Wake couldn't wrap him up, so Jeremiah Bell hits Fred Jackson after a gain of 2 yards. Alright, so 2nd and 8. And they faked a reverse, and, well, I just got fooled. Vontae Davis there for the tackle, but way too late. Oh well. It is now tied at 7 after this extra point. But what? That was pretty impressive. They executed that very well. Reggie Bush spins, but he's tackled at 26. Alright, so 1st and 10, we're going to try this screen. And Brendan Marshall with room. He gets a 14-yard reception, and that'll be the end of the 1st quarter. I'm just going to choose a play to let the rest of the clock go down, and as I possibly mentioned before, I'm just going to try to get the plays called more quickly. We're going to go deep, and we find Hartline, and he's gone. Touchdown. So that's a 2nd deep throw. That's another deep pass by Matt Moore, and that is complete to a wide open Heartline. First possession we found Devon Best deep through the middle between the safeties. He makes a diving catch for a touchdown, and then we find Heartline wide open deep. And there's Haruki Nakamura right there. Alright, so they give it to Fred Jackson, but Jason Taylor strips him, and Starks recovers it. Alright, so now we're just going to run the ball some. Since we already have a big passing game, let's try to balance it with a good running game. That's a 2-yard game. Reggie Bush is not really having a terrific game so far. And we get stuffed. Alright, so I'll go with the halfback option. That pass is tipped up, and Brandon Marshall makes the catch. I hope that he would run to the end zone, but nope. He got caught. But speaking of getting caught, that was a great catch, and we find Brandon Marshall, who makes a diving one-hand catch into the end zone. Let's highlight Marshall. I know this is going to seem a little worthless, but let's hide that. Look at that! One hand, he dives down. That's a touchdown. That's a spectacular catch. So now we have a 14-point lead. It is 21-7 Dolphins. This passing game is already it just sparked all of a sudden. Alright, so oh my gosh, and we'll be doing another match after this, regardless of how long the video may take. And we need to get more consistent on the special teams coverage, especially kick return, as that punt is returned, no, not punt, kickoff, that kick is returned to the 25, and they send whoever that is over there in motion, and they do a pitch, but Jeremiah Bell gets stiff-armed, but Jason Taylor tackles Fred Jackson for a 2-yard loss. And they're going to give it to Fred Jackson again. This time he has room. But he's caught. He's already near 100 yards. We need to improve better with this run defense. I'm just going to call blitz. And actually, that's the 2-minute warning, so I have no idea what I called. Alright, so now I know. Alright, so 1st and 10, there's Haruki. I'm going to control him. And that pass is caught by Smith. I don't know what's his name. So there they go again. And it's caught by the same Smith. They're still going to go no huddle. And that pass is dropped by Stevie Johnson. Alright, so it's 2nd down. And just gets sacked, baby! Langford with the sack. Loss of 6 yards. That pass is thrown out of bounds. So they will punt this way. Oh well. That punt's gonna go out of bounds. Not out of bounds, actually, I thought. I thought it was, but Randall Cobb tried to make something of it, but he's tackled almost immediately at the 14-yard line. Well, what's important is that he held on, so. We're going to go deep to Heartline, and he hangs on even after a devastating hit like that. We're just going to continue. We're just going to allow the clock to go down. Matt Moore's having success with this passing game right now. We're just trying to take it more easy on the passing game, but that pass is batted down. Change Devon Best's route. And that pass is intercepted by Wilson. Tried to go to Devon Best, but I forced that. So yeah, it's my fault. Fitzpatrick drops back, and he finds Stevie Johnson. I believe they're going to call timeout. They do. Alright, so what to do? 40 seconds left in the second quarter. They're at our 33. They send Chandler in motion. They're going to give it to Fred Jackson, and he is hit hard by Cameron Wake. Gain of only 1 yard. Alright, so 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick drops back, but that's going to go out of bounds. Trying to go to Roscoe Parrish. So now it's 3rd and 9. Wrong guy. He finds Smith. I'm not sure who that is. And they're going to go no huddle. So 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick, and Jeremiah Bell tried to strip him of the football, but that is no good as Clemens. I tried to make a play, but nope. Alright, so they used their final timeout. And they're called for a false start. So 1st and goal. They send Smith in motion. Drops back. He finds Chandler, who walks in for the touchdown. That extra point is good. Scott Chandler. And we're just going to see what we can make out of this. Reggie Bush spins. He is tackled at the 24. You know, I believe he's doing a decent job in the punt kick return game. I'm going to call timeout because I want to try to get in a play. I'm going to try the toss crack and see if I can get anywhere with that. Like a long touchdown, even though that's a very large amount of field. We managed to get around the defenders, but that's only a gain of 8, and that leads us into the second half. We get the ball, and Reggie Bush is back there, and he's tackled at the 26. I wouldn't say he's doing a bad job, I wouldn't say he's doing a bad job, and I wouldn't say he's doing a terrific job, but hey, he's getting the job done by getting as many yards as possible, and Reggie Bush finds room on this toss. I wasn't sure whether I should make a cut to the inside or not, but we get 9 yards. We give it to Reggie Bush again. He goes up the gut instead of outside, and, well, we only find room for a few inches. So it's 3rd and inches. Wasn't sure which way to go, but we get the first down. Gonna keep running it. We need to get Reggie Bush involved with this. We need to get Reggie Bush more involved now. We're going to change the play. And look at that. He finds room. So 9 rushes, 46 yards. That is pretty decent. Not terrific, but he's getting there. And he gets hit by Dewan Edwards. Lost of 2 yards. So it's 2nd and 12. We're just going to continue running the ball. And I should have just gone to the right, and Reggie Bush is down. He's been having a lot of injury issues, and that just adds up to the list. We're going to go somewhat quickly to Anthony Fasano. There you see Matt Moore. He's doing pretty good. So let's go with the play action. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but we'll find out. And nope, Wilson intercepts Daniel Thomas, and he's gone. Way gone. And Reggie Bush has an abdominal tear. He won't be returning. So we lose him for a couple more games. I'm telling you, I'm very concerned with Reggie Bush. I mean, it's completely concerning of it, and, well, Randall Cobb is back there now. And he isn't able to return that for a TD, but he does get to the 26. That's an excellent effort by Randall Cobb. Change this to a pass. Let's see if we could try to take a shot deep to Devon Best. And what a lob pass, and Devon Best catches it. And he's caught 2 receptions, 110 yards. 1 touchdown reception. Devon Best, obviously he's been a playmaker throughout this year. This season alone, he's been massive. And we find him again on the 7-yard reception. I really want to try to get him his 2nd touchdown. Let's go on this pass. I'm going to scramble, try to go outside as far as possible to try to get away from the defender, but he was catching on, but Matt Moore managed to break it and step inside the end zone. Touchdown. So that's Matt Moore's first, I believe that's Matt Moore's first rushing touchdown of this season. So that's a touchback. So 1st and 10 for the Bills, and Carlos Dansby tackles Fred Jackson at the line of scrimmage. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. It is a very good one, 28-21. And it's 2nd and 10. Oh, Jason Taylor missed that one. And that's only a gain of 1 yard. And after me making that miss, I'm thinking, my bad. Oh well. 3rd and 9. He has time, but Allen tried to, I guess make a play, but Stevie Johnson caught it on the sideline, but he's way well short of the first. Let's see if I can. No, that was not timed well at all. Make a spin move, Randall Cobb, and he gets out to the 49. That's great. A great effort by Randall Cobb. I saw the guy coming, shooting down the lane, and, well, spin move didn't work, and that's a Bill who's down. Very fortunate it's not Danielle Thomas. And we're going to try to set up the screen. That was not timed right at all. Alright, so change Anthony Fasano's route. Let's try to shoot this ball down the field. Gonna go deep for Devon Best, and that is intercepted by Jerry's Bird, I believe. Randall Cobb tackles him at the 11. That's Matt Moore's 2nd interception. So, Matt Moore, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown, but overall, he's doing great, despite those interceptions. And Jeremiah Bell tackles Fred Jackson for a 3-yard loss, and Fitzpatrick finds Smith, Brad Smith, and, well, he's really tearing this Dolphins defense apart when they have to cover him, and Carlos Dansby tackles, I believe, Fred Jackson for a 1-yard gain after a 1-yard gain. So it is 2nd and 9. They're going to give to Fred Jackson, and Cameron Wade tackles him for a 2-yard loss. So after this, it will be the 2-minute warning. Alright, so let's see what they do. Fitzpatrick wants to go deep, but that is out of bounds. Fourth and 11, what will they do? They will punt. Yeah, there's no point of going for it, especially when you're on the wrong side of the field. And again, I timed that badly. Randall Cobb, he breaks one, and he is tackled at the 41. Alright, so the main focus here is to try to run out as much clock, run down as much time as possible. And Danielle Thomas gets a 7-yard gain, and a Bill is down. So 2nd and 3, Danielle Thomas gets tackled at the at midfield. It's 3rd and inches now. And it's a 1st down. And it could be more. Danielle Thomas. Touchdown. So now we have a 2-possession lead. With 1 minute 31 seconds to go. Roscoe Parrish kneels in the end zone. Alright. Fitzpatrick drops back. He throws it to tries to find Brad Smith, but this time Brad Smith cannot make the play against the defense. Fitzpatrick goes deep, and it is picked off. Jeremiah Bell. And he gets hit. He returns it to the 36. So guys, what we're going to do is just constantly run the ball, even if we get a score, because this game's well into the Dolphins' hands, and I just want to get some stats going for Danielle Thomas. And the Bills used their final timeout. And somehow we managed to squeeze through that hole for the first. Let's try this toss crack. I really love this play. And the Dolphins do it so good, and actually that wasn't executed well at all. As we lose 2 yards. Let's try it again, but this time with that formation. Danielle Thomas getting what he can. He gets about 3 yards. So we're going to just do a run to the outside. Trust me, I actually don't like the way this is going to look, and don't ask me why I just want to do timeout. Besides, there is very little time for the Bills to make a comeback, so I'm just going to go a timeout and just let my defense have fun. Carpenter's field goal was good, and he boots it. 12 seconds left, and pretty much I don't know what they're doing, but we'll find out. Fitzpatrick with time. And that pass is caught by Stevie Johnson. Just gonna call a timeout because this will be the final play. Otherwise, it's gonna have a little fun. He's going to go deep on this Hail Mary, and that is way over the head of Brad Smith. That is the game. George Wilson with the being named player of the game for the Bills because of the interceptions thrown by Matt Moore, and he made a touchdown out of one of them. But Matt Moore had a very good game. But yeah, we will be without Reggie Bush for a couple more games. Let's take a look. Excuse me. We're going to the Cowboys. Let's take a... Actually, never mind. He will be back. He's going to play. Alright, so let's take a look at the Pro Bowl so far. Flacco is leading the Pro Bowl votes. Wow. Alright, so only one Dolphin is so far on the Pro Bowl voting, and that's Haruki Nakamura. He's the only Dolphins player right now leading, or at least one of the players leading in the Pro Bowl votes. Of course he's behind Ed Reed. But, yeah, Haruki's the only Dolphin right now. Alright, so final game for this episode. 35 minutes on this video. So don't be surprised if it does go near an hour, and I hope not. But unfortunately, I'm afraid it will. Alright, so after this, we'll take a look at we'll take a look at the standings. So here we are. Oh, we go heads, and apparently we win the toss. We'll receive. And of course, they'll defend the left end, the Cowboys. So let's return the ball, the middle. Let's go. Reggie Bush. He gets out to the 24. That's an excellent effort by him. Alright, so it's time for that quarterback switch, even though Matt Moore had a very good game. Of course, you remember those 2 picks he threw. So Chad Henne will handle this Dolphins offense, and if we would have gotten that other block, we would have had a massive gain. But that is a 1-yard gain for Reggie Bush coming off injury. We find Devon Best. 9 yards, but he gets enough for the first. I am impressed with Devon Best and his playmaking ability. You can see Chad Henne's stats so far. Even though he has had shared snaps between games, and Reggie Bush gets a very good gain on the draw. Alright, so we find Devon Best up there. Let's go on this lead draw. I had a very hard time trying to find a hole there, but we get a 2-yard gain, and I can't complain about that. So, Dennis Pitta in motion. We're going to try to go deep to Heartline, but a Lamb picks it off. So here comes Tony. No, actually not Tony Romo. I wonder what happened to Romo. But anyway, it's John Kitna who will be handling the snaps. In fact, how about we take a look at the injury report for the Cowboys. Ooh. David Arkin, Derek Dockery, Sean Lee, Doug Free, Tony Romo, Jeremy Parnell, and Terrence Newman. That's a big injury report. Alright, so 2nd and 5. They send Jason Witten in motion. Kitna will drop back, and that is incomplete. That was overthrown. I don't know if he wanted to throw that away or not, but that's just a bad throw. Alright, so 3rd and 5. And they find Jason Witten in the back. And he gets enough for the first down. And they go on the toss, and Jeremiah Bell tackles DeMarco Murray for a 5-yard loss. 4 or 5-yard loss, I don't know, but hey, it's a loss of yards. Alright, so 2nd and 15. Kitna gives it to DeMarco Murray, and Jeremiah Bell finishes up the tackle. Loss of 3. And that's the end of the first. So 3rd and 18. This is a big situation. Haruki hits John Kitna hard as he throws to Robinson, but that is short of the first. Man, that was a hard hit. So it's 4th down. That punt, of course, I badly timed it. Randall Cobb gets out to the 21. Could have wished for something better, but oh well. Alright, so 1st and 10. And Chad Henne gets sacked by Malcolm Jenkins. Alright, so 2nd and 9. We're gonna go deep. Going deep for Dennis Pitta, but that is incomplete. So I guess you're thinking, are you going to be sticking to Matt Moore from now on? And my answer, not really. Devon Best gets hit as he tries to corral the pass, and that falls incomplete. I don't blame him for dropping it. That was he really got hit. And what a punt, and Felix Jones, I believe, and he is tackled by Missy. So yeah, I'll still be going back and forth with quarterbacks, and Carlos Dansby tackles DeMarco Murray for a loss of a yard. And they gave it to DeMarco Murray, who runs it up the gut, and that's only a 2-yard gain, tackled by Solai, or whatever. Alright, so let's see what they can do. And he finds Ogletree, but he is short of the 1st down. Kitna's not really finding any room to throw the football against this Dolphins defense. Oh guys, forgot to mention, when I was playing as the Ravens franchise last night, I was controlling Sergio Kendo, and I blocked the punt that went out of the end zone. Yes, he was punting from his own end zone, and that resulted in a safety. So, I guess, depending on the situation with my outside linebackers, I might try to find Sergio Kendo in free agency if the Ravens don't re-sign him, or whatever. But we find Anthony Fasano, and that's a great game. So, 1st and 10. Gonna go deep, and we're hoping to find Randall Cobb by a lamb with the interception, and I was 2 ahead of a lamb, and yeah, that really clears up that we have a quarterback issue, because now both quarterbacks has thrown 2 picks. Matt Moore with 2 picks against the Bills, and now Chad Henne 2 picks in this game, and that pass falls incomplete, intended for, I forgot. Alright, so 2nd and 10 at the 40 for the Cowboys, and he finds Jason Witten, and yep, they'll go no huddle. I'm just going to keep the man coverage. Alright, so 3rd and 3. John Kitna finds Miles Austin. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 42. Alright, so we need to try to find a way to make a play. John Kitna. He finds Miles Austin, and he gets hit hard by Jeremiah Bell. And they will call a timeout. Alright, so 1 minute and a second to go. John Kitna just gets sacked, baby! Jason Taylor. with the sack, and that's an 8-yard loss. That is a massively huge loss. Alright, so 2nd and 18. John Kitna has time, and that pass is almost intercepted and falls incomplete. And I am not doing this. But I guess we're lucky. He finds Robinson, but he is tackled out of bounds. Only a gain of 3. So they will bring Dan Bailey to try this field goal. I'm not sure who it is, but that is good. Yeah, it's Dan Bailey. So finally the first points of the game is put on the scoreboard, but it's not a touchdown, as a touchdown is yet to be scored. So we're just gonna go deep here. Uh-oh. Chad Henne gets sacked. We're gonna have to run the ball, because look at the situation we're in right now. I'm not going to call a timeout, except I am going to here. If we want to try to get somewhere with this and maybe get some extra yards, we're going to have to go deep. We find Anthony Fasano. He gets the first down, so we're going to call timeout. But we have one timeout now. Let's go with the verticals. This is pretty much the same play that I ran earlier, except Reggie Bush was not where he is now. And that pass gets batted down. Tried to find Anthony Fasano. Let's hope we don't get picked off a third time. Alright, so we're just going to take it oh, that is bad throwing. We cannot find Anthony Fasano. So 3rd and 10. We have one more try to go for the end zone here. And I could not do it fast enough. And since it's nearing the end of the half, let's just go deep. Let's take a chance. Let's take a shot. Let's see if this Hail Mary will work, and I doubt it. With time, and that pass falls incomplete. So we actually had to kick this ball away. So yeah, this offense is not getting anywhere It's not getting anywhere, so especially this passing game, so we're going to have to just focus on running it more, I guess. And hopefully we'll get somewhere. And yep, as I expected, they give it to Murray, because I recognized that. And Haruki Nakamura with the tackle, gain of 3. He tried to rip the ball out of him, but no can do. Alright, so 2nd and 3. 2nd and 7, I'm sorry. And he finds Robinson, and Allen tried to strip the ball, but nope. Alright, so they have a fresh set of downs. John Kitna drops back. Just gets sacked, baby! Langford. 8-yard loss. That's the 2nd sack of this game by this Dolphins defense that resulted in a 5-yard plus loss. 5+ yard loss, and Jason Taylor could not wrap up DeMarco Murray, and he gets 9 yards. Alright, so 3rd and 9. John Kitna with time. He goes deep, but Sean Smith picks it off. He tried to go deep, but that was off the mark somewhat, and Reggie Bush gets tackled after a 1-yard gain. This running game has not been going well at all. But apparently the passing game is going on to no avail, so we're just going to need to keep going with the running game, and this time we get somewhere. Just keep running. Maybe if we're lucky, a hole in the passing game will open. Speaking of hole, there goes Reggie Bush. He is gone for the score. Whee! Alright, so there is the first touchdown of the game, and it was a big one. As I guess some would say, you could not ask for more. 7 carries, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. This time, Reggie Bush is on to a good game. And kick is nailed in the end zone for a touchback. So, 1st and 10, John Kitna. Jason Witten sent in motion. Just gets sacked, baby! Rashad Jones. And that's a 3rd sack by the Dolphins defense that resulted in a 5+ yard loss. John Kitna, he's moving around the pocket. He finds Ogletree, and he gets smacked hard by Jeremiah Bell, I believe. Had to be Jeremiah Bell, but it was Haruki Nakamura with the coverage. And man, that was a hard hit. Alright, so 3rd and 15. John Kitna wants to go deep. What will happen? He finds Des Bryant. Sean Smith tries to track him down. Des Bryant breaks one, and he is tackled at the 4. John Kitna, he finds the fullback for the score. So now they're back in this with a 3-point lead, as we are 8 seconds are left in the 3rd quarter. And guys, hopefully this one will be an hour-long video, but it depends on whether we go into overtime or not. So Reggie Bush back there, and he will return it. Not sure what I had in mind, but hey, he gets to the 20-yard line. Great effort. So 4 seconds left. We're just going to keep running the ball. I mean, we're only down by a field goal. Wow, even though that... Okay, Reggie Bush, 8 rushes. 101 yards. Did you see that block that Brandon Marshall held? My gosh. Reggie Bush trying to go up the middle, 1-yard gain. Coleman with the tackle. I'm just going to run it again. Reggie Bush. Let's see. And we are short. We are not in good field position to try to go for it. So we're just going to punt this away, and oh my word. Felix Jones to return, and he gets hit hard. Alright, so what will they do? Even with a 3-point lead? Let's just see. That pass is batted down by Vontae Davis. If he wasn't careful, that would have been picked off, intercepted. Alright, so 2nd and 10. Just get sacked, baby! Jason Taylor's 2nd sack of the game, and that results in an 8-yard loss. Man, these guys are flying. And they give it to DeMarco Murray, and Carlos Dansby tackles him after a 2-yard gain, so they'll punt. We get the ball back. Alright, so of course we're inside 3 minutes, so they will try to run out as much time as possible, I suppose, and they'll go down till the play clock hits 2. Oh, and I timed that very good, but I was just not angled right. Darn it. Randall Cobb breaks one. Goes to the 42. That is very good. Oh man, I had a really good shot of blocking that punt, but nope. Alright, so let's just focus again. Let's focus on trying to run it. But we lose a yard and we are tackled by James. And this will be the final play before a 2-minute warning. And we are tackled after a 1-yard gain and injury alert. It is Reggie Bush. Man, he's having an issue with these injuries. So, 3rd and 10, a needed first down, and Anthony Fasano gets a big one. So, Chad Henne not having a great game at all, and Reggie Bush has a dislocated shoulder. He cannot return. So that is the second injury that knocks him out of the game. Except this time he won't be returning for a couple games. And that pass is incomplete. I think that was either to the halfback or the fullback, but I was a little late on reacting. Alright, so Danielle Thomas, he hung on to the football. 3-yard gain. This is where we need to get the first down. If not, we need to kick a field goal and then hold them, and it's field goal. So this will possibly end up being an hour-long video because we may end up going into overtime if the Dolphins can hold the Cowboys, and if Carpenter can make it, which he does. So we are tied at 10. Carpenter, I wish you could celebrate all you want. That was a great kick, but this one isn't over yet. And Gandrick, I believe, is the one that nails in the end zone for a touchback. And this will be an hour-long video, I'm afraid. Alright guys, from now on I won't be mentioning if this is going to be an hour-long video or not. So, John Kitna, he lobs it to Robinson, but that's incomplete. That Haruki Nakamura slayed one on him. Forces him out of bounds right before he can actually come down with it. And they give it to DeMarco Murray, and Haruki tackles him, but he gets the first down. So now things are is now not looking good. As we need to make sure they do not get into field goal range, and that pass is off. Intended for, I believe, Jason Witten. Yeah, it was. So, 2nd and 10. Yeah, I've mentioned before Haruki's not that great with man coverage, but he's doing very good. And that pass is incomplete. Yeah, he plays off the receiver due to his awareness and man coverage ability. And he finds Jason Witten now for the first down. This is not good at all, guys. We need to make a play here. Kitna. That is out of bounds. So there's a reliever for us. And as you guys can possibly see, they only have one timeout left. Alright, 2nd and 10. Allen bats it away. And yeah. No, I'm not gonna tell you, but because you guys can already tell. So, 3rd and 10. Big play. Great job by Haruki to make sure that they do not get the first. But they will go for it. This is where it matters. Oh, he finds Miles Austin. Time ticking down, and there we go. They call timeout. Oh man! We are going into overtime now. You guys can see the lights actually dim. And I mean outside, so we choose tails and it's heads. Oh boy. Honestly, I really prefer receiving. So they get the ball to start overtime. You guys remember what happened when we beat the Jets in overtime? Which it was a really close one. That was a really great one, actually. So let's just see if we can come out with a win. And that pass is incomplete. Intended for Miles Austin. So it's 2nd and 10. And they give it to DeMarco Murray. And he's tackled by Carlos Dansby. Gain of 4 yards. Dansby now 5 tackles. Alright, so 3rd and 6. John Kitna has time, and he finds Dez Bryant. Carlos Dansby tried to strip the football, but no can do. So, it's 1st and 10. A new set of downs for the Cowboys. Just get sacked, baby! Another 8-yard loss from a sack. This Dolphins defense is just, wow. Guys, I actually forgot what I was going to show you after this game, so we'll not worry about it. And Langford tackles DeMarco Murray for a 1-yard loss. And don't ask me why I'm doing this, but they are going to go deep. Otherwise, they are going to go deep, and this is incomplete. So 2 minutes 39 seconds. They will punt. Oh man. That punt almost got blocked. I had another shot, but nope. And Randall Cobb. Great effort, man. Alright, so here the Dolphins have a chance to win in overtime. Possibly a little quicker, but DeMarcus Ware tackles Daniel Thomas for a 4-yard loss. We're nearing the 2-minute warning. Let's pass. Anthony Fasano gets blasted, and it forces an incompletion. We're going to have to go deep. We have the weapons to do it. I just hope we don't end up getting picked off. Alright, so we cannot get a score here. And here comes Fields. Not going to boot it as hard. And yep, fair catch. At the 25. That is pretty good by Fields. Could have been a little better, but hey. Right? You just got to, well, we're just going to have to go with what we have. And DeMarco Murray 8-yard gain, and they go no huddle. I'm just going to change the coverage to zone 3. Kitna scrambling. Yeah, my Bell almost picked it off. If he did, that would have been a pick 6, and that would have ended the game. But regardless, great job, great play, great job making the play on the ball like that, and they're inches short, so they're going to punt. And I was in no, and that timing was way off. I actually wasn't sure when he was going to do it, and Randall Cobb. Oh, could not return for a touchdown, but we have excellent field position thanks to Cobb. So I'm changing Dennis Pitta and Anthony Fasano's route. That is incomplete. I should be lucky that wasn't intercepted. So we're going to go deep again. We find Dennis Pitta and he breaks 1 or 2. What? Where do you guys want me? You know, let's just go for the field goal. Let's see. It is up and it's good. And that wraps it up. The Dolphins win in overtime thanks to a deep bomb to Dennis Pitta. And that overtime and that game-winning drive was set up by Randall Cobb's tremendous punt return. So the player of the game is Reggie Bush, even though he left the game hurt. 12 carries, 102 yards, 1 touchdown run, a 55-yard run was his longest, and that was a touchdown run. And that is the game. Dolphins 13, Cowboys 10. Let's exit. Let's take a look at how long Reggie Bush will be hurt, and we'll actually take a look at a couple more things. Alright, so the Dolphins improve to 8-3. Let's take a look at the standings first of all. And we might as well take a look at our next opponents. We'll be hosting the Raiders. So let's take a look at the weekly awards so far. Yeah, let's actually not. Alright, so let's take a look at the Pro Bowl real quick. Pro Bowl. Flacco still up there. Man. Oh, we have Sean Smith here on the Pro Bowl list now. Ooh, and Haruki's not there anymore. It's Patrick Chung's there, but oh well. The reason why Nakamura was there is because when he was filling in for Bell. And Reggie Bush, he's back again. I cannot believe that. Alright, but let's take a look at the standings. We are 7th best overall. We have to... Actually, the 2nd best overall because these guys are tied. We are tied. So let's take a look at the AFC East. We are tied with the Patriots for the number one spot in the AFC East. The Patriots will be hosting the Colts. We'll be hosting the Raiders. So let's take a look at the responding injury reports. We know that no Dolphin is hurt. Let's take a look at the Raiders. They won't have Denarius Moore, Jared Beltier, Cameron Wembley, and Bruce Campbell. Alright, let's take a look at the Patriots injury report. Matt Light, Deion Branch, Wes Welker, Brian Hoyer. Alright, so last but not least, let's take a look at the Colts, and I passed them. Mike Polak, Robert Mathis, Jamal Anderson, and Melvin Bullitt. Oh boy, Robert Mathis is the big one. So, there we go. Let's take a look at the... I said I chose weekly awards when I wanted the yearly awards. Flacco, he's leading right now for the MVP. Impressive. Offensive player, Flacco. Defensive player, Brad Jones. Offensive rookie, Cam Newton. Defensive rookie is Adrian Claiborne. We're actually taking a look at the unofficial results. Joe Flacco, best QB. Jones Drew is currently leading for the best running back. Fitzgerald, best wide receiver. Ben Grubbs. Dave Ball. DeMarcus Ware. Charles Woodson. Dan Carpenter. Mike Munchak. Let's look at the AFC. And Tony Sparano is actually third for the AFC coach. Let's look at offensive player. Offensive rookie. Defensive rookie. Best QB. Best running back. Best wide receiver. Best offensive lineman. We have Jake Long on that list, but he's fourth. Best defensive lineman, best linebacker, best defensive back. Sean Smith's on that list right there. Dan Carpenter. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this episode, guys. But before we do, how about we take a quick look at Stats Hub. Let's look at season stats in the NFL for kick return. And Reggie Bush is not up there anymore with the total kick return yards. Because you guys know he's been hurt here and there. And he has been struggling recently with the kick return game. He's right there. That's far way down. And he's the only player still with 2 kick returns for a touchdown. Alright, so guys, that is pretty much it for this episode. I will see you guys. Oh, are you kidding me? There we go. I don't know why it showed the profile and not the game file, so we're just going to do it this way. Alright guys, so that is it for this episode. I will see you next time.